his shield up, he is going to be able to safeguard himself, but he is taking a lot of damage from that Foxfire. His Ignite is on. The Spell Vamp will not help. He wasn't even able to get any attacks off, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and trade that one. EHome kind of pulling back a little bit of money there in their favor. They got a few more assists than TSM got on their kill on PD, and it looks like they're going to clear up some of this Jungle Freak. A good trade there on a 1-on-1.
Yeah, ultimately, losing a jungler for a solo top is generally advantage for the team that killed the solo top, so still mid. Pretty happy with that kill, of course, and they're going to keep that going. Of course, also ending some of those Cho'Gath feast stacks. Kind of nice. Cho down to, I believe, to 3. So they did cut his health down a little bit there. You see, Imba has an Oracles, which is actually really good news for EHome. I don't believe Imba had an Oracles, but if he did, it's gone now. KX getting a turret kill at bottom that brings that now to 3-1. So Team Solo Mid, by 17 minutes into the game, has killed all 3 outer turrets. They're definitely known for doing a really good job of that in general. They're really good at picking off those turrets early on and building that advantage for themselves, and then just starting to pinch in on the map and controlling, using oracles and just ward sweeping everything.
Rain Man just harassing top, getting as many attacks in as he can between his minion hits, and that Vampiric Scepter just healing very nicely off the crits. Really didn't go for too much early damage, probably running a little bit of AD on his runes, and doing a great job solo top right now. MF pushing middle, trying to farm it up, and you can see the ping on her from EHome. They're like, guys, that can't happen. We cannot let MF free farm, and that is your job as an AD carry. If you are not shooting minions, you are not doing your job. And then the team fight, too. Champions, yes.
But yeah, the Oracles actually was now just picked up on Janna, so especially going to be the Oracle sweeper for solo mid, and that's about the right time. They killed all the outer turrets. Better buy an Oracles and sweep all of the wards, and that's going to be the strategy here, is start just controlling the map. And their team is also very, very good at controlling Dragon and Baron. We're going to see how they can do that as well. 5-3, only up 2 kills. 6,000 gold, though, still the lead. They've been controlling just minions and monsters that well. We'll see how that manifests over the course of this game.
Oh, Reginald getting pretty scary. Blue buff now. He does have that Giant's Belt as he goes for the Rylas, and that makes a Cassiopeia very scary as she slows and has that 0.5 Twin Fang damage. It looks like they are going to have an uncontested Dragon there. We're going to see that coming back up at 2450. We'll have to see the motion on the map. At that point, Miasma going down onto Max. I don't think he will have enough to chase Ahri with that awesome escape, and she doesn't even have to use it. A very nice job there. Reginald just getting the poke down. Everybody milling about their jungles right now, just trying to soak up the XP until the next team fight. I think the next fight we will see will maybe be a forced Baron fight, but everybody's a little too low right now, and there may not be enough damage on the map.
And there's actually, as you bring that up, there's no clairvoyance on EHome. So if Solo Mid now with their Oracles on Special, if they do a good enough job of sweeping these wards out, and you can see him back in the base trying to pick up some more, I would presume wards as he's waiting for gold. You know, if they can sweep enough of those wards out, you know, EHome has no way of knowing if they're there or not, and they've got to either face check some brush or save some flashes to get out if they get caught. But they will have no way of knowing if Baron's being killed or not.
Looks like there is a little bit of a pressure here. They have taken the ward out, so yeah, maybe. Oh, there it is. Imba has an Oracles. Very nice. So they're going to be able to start clearing as well. Looks like Cho'Gath going back PD against the Rain Man top, kind of clearing them out. You can see that trade-off is not really in PD's favor. Good dodge by Rain Man. Rain Man has a good amount of stacks on that Bloodlust, and he's just going to be able to heal himself back up. PD kind of forced off the minion, so Rain Man doing a very good job of just keeping the CS in his favor in that top lane. 184 to 133, and that's really going to help him out late game, especially with Tryndamere's ultimate being able to stay in the fight so long.
You can see PD only at 5,000 gold, the Rain Man at 6,700.
Wow, straight into a Last Whisper as well.
Oh, wow. He's just relying on just the critical chance there, the attack speed from Phantom Dancer, and then saying, yeah, I know I'm fighting a guy with a Frozen Heart. Yeah, you've got a Ninja Tabby and a couple of guys. Yeah, there's the Frozen Heart actually right there. He really wants to cut through those armor. He knows he's going to fight tanky guys pretty often, and they're going to rely on Misfortune or on Lee Sin to kind of chew through maybe Corki or someone else there. So it looks like he's not going to rely right away on diving squishies.
They've got a ward down there. They are going to see that, but I don't think Xpecial is going to make his way over there just yet. It's very dangerous if he walks into that bush just to clear a ward. Where will they be going here? It looks like they're going towards the top jungle, maybe just clearing wards. They do get the CV out right there, and he will feel it's comfortable now and safe to get in there and clear the ward. There it is. They just wanted that really bad.
You can see Solomid doing a good job still of controlling the map. You can see map vision still available a little bit for EHome. You can see they've got pretty much 2 wards on the map, one up here near Baron and one in the tri-brush near the bottom lane. They don't have much other map visions. That's a little bit scary for them. I mean, it's thankful for them that they can actually see, well, they can no longer see Solomid on the map, but they did see them in mid pretty not too long ago. They're able to push mid, and generally speaking, if a team is charging down mid lane, you can't quite do Baron to counteract that. So
here is what I was saying. There may be a fight. They're kind of towards Baron, but this wouldn't be a forced Baron fight. There it is. Sonic going in, and he will try to get, Lee Sin tries to get in there. The odd one back out of the fight, though, as he safeguards. Shyvana coming in, and they drop Reginald right off the bat. That blue buff is down onto Imba, and it looks like they may have control of this fight. Trying to escape. Ahri gets away, but MF with a nice shot. KX picking up that kill. Will they be able to take down Imba? The exhaust goes down, and they will be able to drop him. He's going to be worth a little bit more, as he did take down Reginald. The blue buff again transferred back to TSM, now on to KX, picking himself up a kill that time, and a 4-1 in favor of TSM. Yes, it's time to Baron.
Yeah, but absolutely the great case there. Reginald did take a bunch of damage to his face. He did drop down, but he was built fairly tanky. 3 Torrens rings and that Giant's belt there. It's honestly, that's a fair amount of damage at that point. You have to deal to chop through that.
Yeah.
They did get the Baron buff. Now, they could have actually waited 3 seconds to give Reginald the Baron buff there. He actually respawned just now, does not have it. Yeah, I mean, you don't really need to, but they weren't exactly in danger of losing the buff to a smite steal.
Indeed, and yeah, that focus, it's actually scary because it is the person you want to focus. You want to get Reginald out, but that leaves an odd one on Lee Sin, and you have Chaos and MF, and 2 people you need to focus as well. So even though you take out Reginald with blue buff and Cassiopeia, which is very scary, you still have a Lee Sin and an MF to deal with, who can also half your healing rate. So that's really scary if she just throws down her W.
Yep, and you know, ultimately, these guys are going extremely positive too. I mean, when you don't interrupt a misfortune ult at all, and that kind of happens when you get the Cassiopeia stun on Shogath, that's most of your team's disruption. Misfortune got, you know, a full channel ult. Lee Sin kind of just ran around everywhere. Both of them now 4 kills, and they're pretty much controlling this team right now, and they're kind of making Team Solomid win. And Team Solomid very much are winning. They're 10,000 gold up, and they're really not showing any signs of slowing down.
No, they are not. And we're going to have to see what they can do here. Just quickly pushing down these waves. Looks like we got a Warmogs on Lee Sin now. He's going to be nice and tanky. Going to be able to farm up those minions and also build a little bit of HP on that item. We're probably going... he's got a little Magic Zik next. Maybe Banshee's Veil or something else to help out his team. Looks like they may be able to take out this turret. A good minion wave. Corki just coming out to fire some missiles. They're not doing too much damage. And a very tanky TSM able to take that turret and continue to force EHome into their base here. Still EHome doing good damage in these team fights. So we'll have to see. They just don't want to fight against this Baron right now.
Yeah, but they're going to get all these outer turrets as a result. You can see the teams charging through as a very large group, all 5 now in range, and EHome giving it up. You can see them sitting all the way down here, protecting their inhibitor turret, which they do need to defend. But Solomid says, that's fine, we'll steal your blue. And they'll probably run towards bot lane. Or they'll push top again. I mean, one of the 2. Or mid, or, you know, I'm just wrong entirely, but you know, still, they're looking for some kind of advantage. They want an easy way in. They don't necessarily want to force it on the turret unless they get a good initiate, and well, they're getting some really good poke on a Cho. Got him down to half health already. KX pushing down this turret. The minions will fall soon, though. They should back off.
You know, PD doing what he can to stay near that wall, that frozen heart activating on his opponents, but he's still taking damage. They have a ward down right next to him, so he's got to be careful of his positioning, even though he is supposed to be the first one in the fight to get the assistance from that frozen heart, as well as his tankiness. Looks like they're just continue to knock on the door of EHome's base right now. Again, PD right up to the edge, just trying to get that to activate on from the aura. It looks like they're going to want this turret. They have a lot of damage. Chaos focusing all of that damage onto the turret, and they will be able to drop this first inhibitor one. And possibly not. Good hold there by EHome. The next minion wave coming out. Still can't make a push. This Baron buff is just making TSM a very scary team right now.
Yeah, they got a minute left on it. They have another 2 minion waves to go. And you can see this turret down to about 1/5 health. Only 483 left. It shouldn't take them much more effort to just hit through. About 5 more attacks from Misfortune. Double shield on her, and they're like, yeah, this is the turret kill. And they're going to dive in here. They've got, again, this 45 seconds left on Baron, and they might just go all the way in. The inhib looks like it's going to be theirs. EHome not looking too happy about stopping them. They landed a great charm on the odd one, but still going to be tanking that damage. The Janna shield is nice and strong there. They got the inhib pretty much for free at that point.
Moving back. Whoa,
air.
finding air right out in the open. He is going to crescendo, but it did miss Rain Man. He was able to just spinning slash right in and take her out quickly. The support is down also with an Oracle, so that's going to hurt a little bit as well. Oracle's costing 400 and wearing off as soon as you die. Let's see, they're trying, nope, CV down. They're trying to get some wards out. We can see that they placed one in that early bush. They're still trying to get vision on their jungle. They need the resources that's out there. But right now, they're just going to be forced to farm what's coming into their base.
Yeah, TSM looks happy about this, though. They're going to keep on pushing through. You can see the pressure now up at the mid turret. The minions are gone, though. They've got to be a little bit careful here. But a 5v4, and especially no Sona ultimate, even if she does revive. She's back now, but the Sona ult is still down. This is going to be very difficult for EHome to win a team fight here, even now that Baron's gone, and even though they have a turret here as well.
A minion wave coming in here for TSM. PD trying to stay in front as usual. A little bit of heal from Sona there, looking to get that armor. Goes for the rupture, misses that, and they're going to activate right off of missing that. Very odd. Max gets a little ahead of himself there, a little antsy. PD comes to try in and save. Oh, wow, they're just getting taken down here. Two go down, a third one. No, Rain Man's going to try to stay alive here. Going against PD, he does have a good amount of damage coming on. He uses Bloodlust to stay alive. Rain Man able to get out of that one alive as Reginald and the odd one come around the backside to help clean up. Special's like, hey, I've already been in the base. Where were you guys?
Yeah, seriously. So they managed to split that fight into two. I ended up watching the fight over with Cho'Gath. They did finally get that dive and the kill there onto Misfortune, but pretty much at the cost of two champions for themselves. And actually the exhaust used on Cho'Gath at the last second made Feral Scream not quite deal enough damage to kill off the Rain Man after his ult ended. So that summoner spell just barely making him live. And they turned that into basically a 3-for-1 and another inhib death. There's the ping from Team Solo Mid up onto this outer bottom turret. Dying to some minions right now. Only about 350 health left on that one. And there comes Special and the odd one. They'll pick that one up and probably keep going. Actually, no, they should stop at this point because Trynd and Misfortune are far away. Cassiopeia the same way, and they're just going to wait, regroup, and then either go for Baron again or just end it at bot lane.
Yeah, we're going to have to see. EHome cannot chance any more of those fights. It was, you know, to think about it, it was a great idea by Max. Ahri has a lot of movement, and they pushed MF out of the fight with that rupture. So really, he did expend that cooldown that could have popped up the whole team, but he split them. Max saw that chance, got a little antsy, though. With the movement that TSM has, they were really able to catch him and take him out quickly. And then he had PD trying to save as well, flashing over the wall instead of using that for an escape later to stop the inhibitor take as they were able to win the fight. So EHome kind of making a few mistakes in that last one. Definitely going to play a little bit more cautious as the super minions continue to batter and knock on their door. We can see Corki farming bottom, and a focus from TSM sends 4 that way. If they can get Mocking Shout here, they may be able to catch him, but Rain Man spinning slash a little too late, and they're going to use this minion wave to go right for the tower.
And no one's really there to stop them yet, so they're going to get some free damage here. You're going to look at the damage output. Pretty massive here. Trynd, MF, Cassiopeia hitting pretty hard, but there comes the champions. They will back off with the turret down to about 1/4 health. They should wait for the next minion wave. Shyvana actually left alone farming top. Has going to have to recall. He's going to be back in the base there. Solo Mid getting ready to push this in. One thing I want to point out is watch how the odd one manipulates the next minion wave. He's going to probably use Safeguard. Oh my gosh, KX taking some damage. I'm not going to use it to defend Chaos.
Wow.
And oh my gosh, the damage. The Shyvana ult going in, and that is a kill right away. Reginald not in good shape either. Max will fall 2 for 0 actually so far. Max actually alive right now, and they're going to chase in. There's the Randuin's use as well. Special not in a good place. They're going to keep chasing him down. Can they land the rupture? No, they guessed wrong on the rupture. Special still taking damage from this missile barrage, but Tryndamere, by the way, pushing in from the top, going for a turret right now with a super minion nearby. Charm not going to quite land there, and they're going to push them all back, but actually, that was phenomenal. They landed the perfect CC chain on MF, and if they can do this correctly, they can turn this around into a Baron.
Yeah, it was a very good job. You know, as I said before, EHome still doing damage. As long as they can get those first few picks on the fight, it's definitely in their favor. They just pushed out TSM from that fight. TSM now 50,000, almost 51,000 gold accrued by their entire team to EHome's 36,000. So you can see the items, the objectives taken are all right now in favor of TSM, but EHome can still stick in these fights, and that's what we just saw. However, TSM, a very good team at pushing right now. EHome can't turtle as well, so they're going to have to win this next fight. The Baron is going to be very tough, and TSM may solidify this one in just a few minutes.
Yep, there we go. The 38-minute respawn going to be for the Baron, and they are looking really good this time. They're actually all alive this time to receive the Baron buff. Should help a little bit, but they're just going to be all kinds of happy to take this one out. Oh, Maximal stole that. That was a nice try there. He's actually waiting in the brush, but he actually was revealed by the ward. You saw Lee Sin actually stop attacking, let the Orbitus actually come out, and they came back and grabbed it.
Yeah, you can see all the vision right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 wards in EHome's jungle from TSM right now. They want all vision, they want all buffs. However, EHome though is making their way out. This is something you don't see a team that's trying or turtling do, especially against Baron, is they're still trying to get out and they're still trying to ward. Look what Sona has done. Air has just gone around and actually placed about 5 wards around that bottom half of the map, and now they can have full vision of where they're going and possibly pick off another one of these fights that won them the last one.
Even the Oracles is only going to be onto Janna. They've not picked it up on the odd one, for example. So unless Janna goes and starts clearing the jungle,
yeah,
they actually might be able to secure their own red, but they're going to push in towards mid lane. That bot inhibitor, sorry, the top inhibitor has respawned there. Soulman's going to go for that right away. Now Baron buff is scary. They might not try to stop them here. Looks like they will let that one go. Corki's going to spam a couple of missiles here, but otherwise they're going to be okay with that. Reginald doing a good job of harassing Imba there. They still have a turret to defend. It's only a couple hundred health. They might go for it right now. Chaos going to go for some damage up, but he's got to be afraid of Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath's going to land onto the odd one, but he is super tanky. The turret does go down.
Special going out with the ulti. Crescendo comes down as they get pushed off to the ult. Shyvana goes into ulti form, but taking too much damage. Chaos just able to output so much DPS right now. Max taking down Reginald. They do want to focus him, and it's a big fight for TSM right now, taking down 3. It does not look like EHome is going to be able to come back from this one, as TSM now controls their base, taking down their last inhibitor all the way through. The first Nexus tower to fall here. The GGs are coming out as this minion wave comes to assist them on this turret take. And, you know, in the initial fight, it was good. We did see Cho'Gath trying to go for Chaos, get him silenced out of the fight, but he was just able to turn around, throw down too much damage, and a very tanky TSM team was able to continue to push on through.
Yep, and they brought themselves down to 2-2, and their last match today is going to be against SK Gaming. Now, SK, they were